You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken Tech for your ears.
Welcome, welcome. Time for another look at the ever-shifting world of InfoSec. It's a lot. From local government blunders to massive nation-state hacks and, even thinking about quantum computers.
It really is. And what's crucial, I think, is seeing the connections. How one tiny flaw, maybe a bit of code or maybe a human slip-up, can ripple outwards.
Absolutely. It's this mix of people and tech that keeps tripping us up.
Exactly. We're seeing human error and sophisticated tech exploits constantly merging. You can't just focus on one.
Okay, speaking of the human element,
Yeah.
this Baltimore City story.
Wow, yeah, I saw that. Not again.
Right. $1.5 million gone between February and March. Apparently, someone posed as a vendor, got into their Workday account somehow, and then convinced accounts payable to change bank details.
Convince them. That's the key part.
Yeah, and get this, it's the third time this kind of thing has happened there since 2019. It just screams process failure, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It highlights that even with systems like Workday, if the human checks and balances aren't there or unfollowed,
Yeah. It's like the system itself is fine, but the validation, the human bit, is the weak link.
precisely. It makes you wonder about the controls. Are they robust enough? Are they actually being used? Or is it something deeper, maybe cultural?
A really fair point. You can't just patch the software. You have to fix the workflow, the oversight. Okay, so shifting from human-led financial fraud, let's talk digital supply chain.
Always a hot topic.
Yeah, the GitHub supply chain attack. Malicious versions of that popular NextX build system package popped up on NPM.
Right, the NetX package. That affects a lot of developers.
Exactly. And the scary part, the attack apparently used AI tools, command line stuff, to sniff out sensitive files, grab credentials, even try to lock people out of systems.
AI-powered attacks, that's concerning. It ramps up the sophistication,
It really does. Are our automated systems making things easier for attackers too?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The technical route here seems to be a flawed GitHub action. Code injection through pull request titles, especially using that pull request target trigger.
So a small configuration issue, basically.
A small issue with potentially massive consequences. It bypasses some of the human review, potentially.
Okay, so we've gone from city finance departments to the code repositories developers rely on every day. But let's zoom out even further. The global stage.
Nation states.
Yep. The FBI warning about Salt Typhoon, Chinese hacking group.
I saw the alert. Pretty stark language from the Bureau.
Stark is right. They said the group infiltrated U.S. telecoms, stole personal data from nearly every American, and millions more worldwide going back to 2019.
Nearly every American. That's staggering.
Unprecedented, the FBI called it, affecting at least 80 countries, 200 U.S. organizations. Just, wow.
The sheer scale is what gets me. It sounds less like targeted spying and more like hoovering up everything, mass data harvesting.
Yeah, casting the widest possible net. And it's not just external threats, is it? There was that whistleblower report from the Social Security Administration.
Ah, yes, the SSA and DOGE situation.
Allegedly, former officials at the Department of Government Ethics copied data for over 300 million Americans, SSNs, names, birthdays, onto an insecure AWS setup.
Insecure. For that kind of data.
Apparently lacked independent security oversight, even flagged internally as very high risk.
Well, that just begs questions about internal data governance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Even inside government agencies, you need those checks. Independent security validation is critical.
So true. Okay, so threats everywhere. Internal, external, human, tech. How are defenses evolving? I saw something about a new framework, AI VSS.
Ah, yes. For AI agents. Because the traditional CVSS scores, well, they don't really capture the risks posed by autonomous systems.
How so?
AI VSS looks at things like the AI's level of autonomy, the tools it can access, behavioral factors. It's trying to rate the risk of something that can, act on its own.
So security for things that can think, basically.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
It shows how security models have to evolve. We can't use old yardsticks for these fundamentally new kinds of technology.
Makes sense. And looking even further out, OpenSSH 10.1 is warning about older key agreements, pushing for post-quantum stuff.
Right. That's the long game, preparing for quantum computers that could, theoretically, break today's encryption.
That whole store now, decrypt later idea?
Exactly. They're pushing algorithms like LAChem 768 by 255 maint-SHA-256. Quite a mouthful.
Alphabet soup indeed. But basically building mathematical shields for the future.
It's proactive defense. thinking about threats that aren't quite here yet but could be devastating.
So, wrapping all this up, what's the big picture for you listening in? It feels like InfoSec is this constant battle on multiple fronts, right? Old school fraud meets super sophisticated state actors meets AI agents and quantum computers.
It is. It demands constant learning, constant adaptation. You can't just focus on yesterday's threats.
It really keeps you on your toes. A reminder that security is never really done.
Absolutely. Which leads to the really tough question, I think. How do you prioritize where to put your security efforts and investments when the threats are so diverse, so global, and you've got future challenges like quantum looming?
That's the challenge, isn't it? Something to really think about.
Spoken Tech for your ears.